Good morning, y'all. What up, y'all? Good morning. Thanks for joining in this morning. I won't be long. I just wanted to give a quick little message this morning, hopefully to bring some peace and some silliness to your soul, to your life. And as I was out here just protecting my peace, one of my prayers today was, dear God, remove everything from my life, burn every bridge in my life that leads my life back to destruction. And while that bridge may be many things for you, it may be a person, it may be people, it may be an environment, it may be a thought, it may be your past. But there's things in our life, man, that don't no longer serve us. And it's okay to subtract to your life and subtract whatever from your life to add more peace to your life. And I know a lot of you in here, man, it's not always Am I coming through clear now, y'all? I didn't lose connection, y'all. I don't know, maybe it's my cell phone, y'all. Trust me, I didn't lose connection on purpose. I see some of y'all in the comments like, your audio's off. All right, I appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's whatever hating to get the message across. But the point is, man, as we taking this scenery, we taking this in this day, we taking this moment. Just go through this day, man, just thinking about that. Because if you don't release certain things in your life, you don't remove things in your life. And guys, it's not always people, man. I hate when I talk about these things and y'all think I'm talking about a person all the time. It's not people all the time. Maybe it is for you, right? Maybe you have things in your life and people in your life that don't need to be there. But oftentimes it's so much deeper than that. That's why I don't consider myself, put myself in a category, because when I say these messages, they're holistic. Some of us have piss poor habits. I've been there. Some of us, have terrible people in our life. I've been there. Some of us have, things in our life that we're holding on to. We have negative thoughts, comparison. And so whatever it is for you today. And my thing is this, man. With the mic going off, maybe it wasn't meant to do a total protect your peace moment. But my thing is this for you. What you continue to allow will continue to happen. And I know that's the most common sense statement in the world to say, but I really want you to get that. Like, nothing changes in your life without making changes to your life. It is what it is. So some of us, I see in my inbox, man, and I want to say this, and it's no disrespect to anybody, because I know how hard it is to let go of things, to move on from things, to start new things. Like, I'm not saying that it's easy, but some of y'all been in my inbox for the last 5 years talking about the same thing. And you're wanting help, right? You have to be able to help yourself. Nobody can help you unless you make the changes, right? If you keep poisoning your life, you're not going to find healing in your life. It's just facts. I don't care how much healing is provided to you. You have to get the poison out of your life to be able to heal your life, right? That's common sense. But oftentimes, right, our feelings keep us from doing the things that we know we need to do because we're so afraid to do it. And so I'll tell you this as I get off of here today. The fear of keeping it in your life and how your life is going to end up has to outweigh any fear. Because when it outweighs any fear and you weigh the options to say, man, okay, I'm dealing with fear either way, what's the road I'm going to choose? Right? It's like I'm going to a destination and there's a storm, but I got to get to the destination. What's the road I'm going to choose? So you have to come to a point in your life where you really like get sick and tired of getting sick and tired and realizing this truth. This is something that's helped me. I realize, and hopefully it's a long time from now, but I'm going to die one day. Right? I realize that I'm going to get old one day. You know, I'm realizing that more and more. That's why I'm in the hot tub sometimes in the morning to warm my body up and loosen up my muscles and do mobility before I go out here and get it in. But I realize, man, I have a choice in this life. I can live my life a settled version of myself. I can live my life making other people comfortable. I can live my life for other people. And when I say that, it doesn't mean you selfishly don't think about other people, because I feel like I'm one of those caring people in the world that do so many things for people that would never say that you would never know, because I don't post it online. I don't help people to make myself look better. Right? I care for people so much, but at the same time, I do care for myself. At the same time, I know that I can't lose myself in caring what other people think, what other people say, because if you really understand this, and I know some of y'all might take this a little bit, but it's just the truth, man. Most of these people, when I say these people, it's the people, your coworkers, people online, XYZ. There's a very small percentage of people in your life that's really going to be there for you. Not saying other people won't check on you, help you, say the right thing, all of that stuff. But I've learned this year in my life that when it's popular to be there for somebody, when everybody else is doing it, everybody's doing it. But when it's not popular no more, right? Then you're going to really see those that truly care about you. And a lot of us, what we do in this social media world is that we live for this whole social media society, that we live for all these other people, not realizing that there's going to come a time where they stop caring about you. There's going to come a time when they stop checking on you, and rightfully so. Everybody has lives, right? Everybody has a life to live. People have different preferences, all of those things. But I don't ever want you to lose focus on what's real in your life. And sometimes we do that. And so I know I talked about a lot this morning, and I know maybe, I was a little bit all over the place, but I did that because I know there's so many people on here, on this live, thousands of people on here that are coming through and coming since 725, 800 right now, that are dealing with different things in their life. And if we sit back and realize, like, what truly matters, like, what is going to matter? And I can tell you right now, if you continue to allow things in your life or be controlled by things in your life, et cetera, you get the point, then you will have regret in your future. It's facts. You will look back. How many of y'all, I'm raising my hand. Y'all can't see me. Raising my hand that I know in my life, I've had regret on the things in the past that I didn't make decisions on, that I should have made decisions on. But I didn't want to make those hard decisions. And what happened was life made those decisions for me, or it brought to me a place where I had no choice to make those decisions. Some of us, we're waiting till we have no choice, and then we make those decisions in our life. But sometimes when we have no choice, we get to that moment, it's too late. It's already ruined our spirit. It's ruined our soul. It's put so much depression, anxiety in our life. Not saying we can't heal from that, because we can, but it makes it that much harder. So when you look at your life, just ask yourself this simple question. Is it adding to my peace? Like, you can literally write a list, and you can say, is this adding to my peace? What is this leading me to? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. That's the magical question that ain't really super magical, right? I'm like one of those people that teach y'all, be like, these are the 3 steps that will magically change your life. And they say the most simple stuff ever. But seriously though, That's the question that you need to ask yourself, is what and where is this leading me to? And if you can ask yourself about everything in your life, I can ask myself right now, Trent, what is getting up in the morning, sitting in the hot tub, looking at the sunrise, what is that leading you to? Right, Trent, picking up your phone, going live in the morning, what is that leading you to? So that's the question that you have to ask yourself, is what is it leading you to? And I know what we all want. We all want peace in our life. That's why I'm always saying, protect your peace, and understand peace isn't the absence of problems. Right? We're going to have problems. Don't think you're not experiencing peace because you have problems. But peace is the presence of purpose. Peace is the presence of clarity in those problems. It's knowing that I might be going through a storm, but I trust the forecast that I know the storm will be over at some point, so I can have peace in knowing that. That's how peace works. But I need you to ask yourself this question this morning and really think about this. And this is what worth is all about. And I'm teaching this in my self-worth method that is coming very soon, that a lot of you will be a part of, I'm sure. And we dive in deep on these topics and the how-tos. But one of the questions that really changed my life is where is this leading me to? Everything in your life, ask yourself, where is this leading me to? Then you have a choice at that moment, right? Once you have awareness, I tell people all the time, awareness is beautiful. When somebody says, man, like I'm going through this, it sucks, but you're aware. Awareness is beautiful. I'm more afraid of being unaware. I'm more afraid of being unaware in danger than I'm more afraid of being unaware of an environment that contains danger than I am in being aware of an environment that contains danger. It's not about having fear and not having fear. It's just a simple fact. If I'm aware, then I have the power at that point to take the next step. And I want to tell everybody on here that y'all have a power to take the next step in your life if you are aware. And everybody's next step is different, right? Everybody's next step is different. The next step doesn't have to be termination, elimination from your life. Maybe it's conversation. Maybe it's evaluation. Doesn't always have to be elimination in your life. But maybe you already at that evaluation phase and you already know what it is in your life. So maybe you grabbing your phone early in the morning, that needs to be terminated because it doesn't lead you to peace. It leads you to comparison. Hello. Maybe you waking up and so y'all gonna get I like donuts too. Okay. Just don't take this out of context, but getting up and eating Krispy Kreme in the morning from the hot sign, right? We only know we stopping at when it's hot, but maybe that leads you to happiness. Cool. Do it. But maybe it leads you to being drained later on in the day. And so if you can just take time daily and just set up a system that says, man, what is this leading me to? That is a question that will change your life. And I try to be as simple as I can with y'all. Like, I'm not trying to be the person that gives you all these fancy names, things. That's the simple stuff in the world. Like, that's the thing in personal development. Everybody wants to come up with these fancy things. It's like super simple. Like, just say that, bro. And so I always want to make it simple for y'all because it's the simple things that are most powerful things in your life. It's not the complex things. When we ignore the simple things, that's where our life becomes complex. So again, as we leave this morning, and sorry about not having the music playing because I know that brings a certain vibe, but my phone is tripping. You know, it always happens this time when a new iPhone comes out, your phone starts tripping so they get you to buy the next one. That's a whole other conversation. But I want to say this, man. If you sit with that question, what is this leading me to? And you look at everything in your life as a bridge, right? Everything in your life as a bridge that's leading you somewhere. Everything in your life as a road that's leading you somewhere. And there's only two places it can lead you to. A better version of you, the greatest you, or a settled version of you, or a lesser version of you. And maybe it's not leading you nowhere. But I think even when it's not leading you nowhere, it's still leading you somewhere. So the more we can get positive things in our life, powerful bridges that leads us to our power, the better our life will be. What and where is this leading you to? And I just ask that you really make a choice, you make a decision, you move through a phase, you evaluate more. Because I'm very sensitive to everybody's struggle and pain. But when I give my time through podcasts, through video, through these, and I give you everything for the last 12 years, y'all. I've been doing this since 2009, 11 years, 12 years, whatever that is. There's nothing that you can ask me in my inbox that I haven't already said. And if you're a person that's been asking me the same thing for 3 years and 4 years in the same situation, I know how hard it is, but I'm going to tell you one simple reply. What are you going to do about it? Because too many of us, we want a feel good for things that aren't good for our life. We want a reason to stay in a situation or to stay doing things or to stay around things. But we don't want to make decisions. When you don't make a decision, you are deciding to settle for less. You are deciding to keep some in your life that's tearing your life apart. And again, please think deeper than relationships. Please think deeper than relationships. I'm talking about the relationship with yourself. Because if you can't own that relationship with yourself, then all your other relationships probably aren't going to be that good. Or you're going to accept less from other people because you don't know the value of you. That's why I'm big on worth. I'm big on knowing your value. I'm big on you looking in the mirror and appreciating yourself. As my friend Mel says, high-fiving yourself. I'm big on you looking in the mirror and seeing the greatness in you no matter what's going on around you. Because that's always a choice. My life hasn't always been beautiful. I could be going through the hardest time of my life right now. And it's not about me not being real. I'm not going through the hardest time of my life. But I can be going through the hardest time of my life, but I can still find the beauty in my life. Because I understand the power of perspective. I understand making my perspective my power is everything. And so you have to get to this point in life, y'all. You can't just keep accepting less and then mad at the person that's giving you less. You can't just keep accepting less and mad at the thing that's giving you less, the situation that's giving you less. You can't be mad at that. You set the tone for your life. You do. You tell people how to treat you, this world how to treat you by what you accept. And that's in every aspect of life. I've told people in business, no, I'm not accepting that. They might not like it because they can't get their way, but this is my life. If you want to work with me, you want to be a part of my life, I know my heart and I know how giving I am. I know how unselfish I am. But there's certain things that, and principles and boundaries and standards that I'm not going to budge because I know where that leads to. I'm very good, if anything, in understanding where things lead to. I'm very good at that. And I pay attention. I pay attention to what's right in front of my face. I pay attention to how people talk. I pay attention to how people treat other people. I pay attention to people's words. I pay attention to what people say. I pay attention to people's promises.